This is your girl Victoria, back to you with another review for The Love Experiment Season 1, Episode 8, called Hall of Commitment. This is the season finale. I don't think we're going to get no reunion, unfortunately, so this is what we got. So, we start off with the day before the Hall of Commitment, the decision day where the females choose which men they want. Okay, so we start off with the girls. They're sitting down to talk about their final pick coming up the next day, and also going over the days they had the night before or the nights before, because both men of their choosing got nightcaps, whatever. So in the meantime, the guys, they said, let's have one last outing, all the fellas together. So they go play volleyball. So it's Jamal, Isaac, and Yannick against Justin, Chuck, and Josiah. So Jamal and them won, okay, the skins, so to speak, even though Yannick kept his shirt on. So the skins won. And after that, the guys sit down to get the message that they will return to the hall one final time the next day for the, Hall of Commitment, whatever. Okay. So then that's when they each go over how they feel about, the woman that they're fighting for, I guess, so to speak. And, if they feel confident and all that stuff. They discuss it amongst themselves, but also tell us in the confessional how they feel. And I'm just like, okay, I get it. This is the season finale, but clearly y'all trying to prolong this episode to make it last an hour. Because technically this episode could have been 30 minutes, but okay. I see what y'all doing, producers. I get it. I understand. Okay. So so after that, then we have Madi. She meets up with the girls to talk with them one last time about, helping them to choose their final pick. We start off with Paige, who says that she doesn't know who she's going to pick, and goes over, I guess the pros and cons of each, Justin and Isaac. So then that's when Madi asks who she's the closest with. So she says she don't know. Listen, y'all gonna kill me. Okay, now y'all, these people on the show. See, I almost choked because I'm just looking at Paige like, girl, who are you lying to? Anybody who's watched this season from episode 1 to episode 8, we know who you the closest with. Paige. Like, stop trying. Who are you trying to lie for? Okay, Madi knew it was BS. You knew it was BS. Tam and Mars knew it was BS. I know it's BS. Everybody else knows. Like, girl, who you lying to? We already know who you gonna pick. I told y'all this since last week. So anyway, goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back. See, I'm still choking. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. And we have Mars. She goes over her pros and cons with Chuck and Yannick. And like I said, she gonna choose Yannick. Like, come on, bro. Like, listen, because in my head, I'm just like, okay, Paige gonna choose Justin because that's who she had a connection with since day one. Mars is going to choose Yannick because she always wants the bad boy. And even with all his walking red flags, she going to find it sexy and she going to choose him. And then for me, I'm like, Tamara's going to choose Jamal because even though it feels like Josiah's the safer pick, because she pretty much saying Josiah is safe when we got to her, Jamal is like more of the sexy, suave type of man. So I guess it fits her. Like she says it's like he's the male version of her because they're both Virgos, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, you're going to choose Jamal. We already know who you're going to choose. You know what I'm saying? So after that, and I guess any last words that Madi has for them, we finally get to the Hall of Commitment. Okay. So Tam is first. Now, since we're having this final Hall of Commitment thing, I took upon myself to make sure I looked really good at these fellas' outfits, So we start off with Jamal and Josiah. Okay. Josiah, he looked nice, you know what I'm saying? He looked nice. But it was giving early 2000s prom wedding. I was not really feeling it. Whereas just Jamal, with his little turtleneck sweater and his blazer suit thing on top, it looked nice. So out of those two, I'm like, Jamal, you were the better dressed out of the two. And of course, Tam comes in looking fine as ever, as always. And she's asking them, do they have any final things to say? And Josiah read her a letter he wrote for her. And then as far as Jamal, he didn't really have nothing to say. And I guess Tam's biggest thing with Jamal is that he's very reserved and she doesn't want to have to pull things out of him. She wants him to willingly tell her. So in that moment when she was like, is there anything you have to say? And he didn't say nothing. I guess she had an epiphany or whatever of some sort, and she just bursts out crying, walks away, producers check on her, and it goes to commercial for dramatic effect. comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. Tam comes back to tell Jamal that she doesn't want to explore their relationship, which shocked the hell out of me. Because even though with all his walking red flags and all the, I guess, minor drama that happened with him from this season, I was just like, I don't know why you would choose homeboy. But in my head, I'm like, she gonna choose homeboy. But I'm surprised. She told him they can't move forward, and she's played that game too many times. She's not gonna do it again. He's a male version of her. I guess from before she learned her lesson or whatever, so to speak. So she's not gonna go with him. So I said, wow, Tam, that good for you. Good for you. She's the only one that I felt like made the right decision. Well, we'll get to Paige in a moment. But, she ended up going with Josiah. And at first, low key, at first, when I first met Josiah, or when we first met Josiah, I was like, this ain't that girl. Because he gives me he just here for a good time, not a long time, just to be on TV and whatnot. But surprisingly, from what we've seen with their dates and conversations, I'm like, oh, he seemed like a stand-up guy. So congratulations to Tamara and Andre 3000's cousin. Okay, then we get to Mars. She's next. Okay. Oh, by the way, they hug and whatnot, and Jamal eventually walks away. Which, for each of these, I felt like it was very kind of awkward because, for the person who didn't get chosen, it's like they have to stand there and watch the person that they was falling for kiss and hug another man. Like if roles were reversed, I'll definitely feel some type of way. I'll be in my feelings deep, hard. Like, let me leave first. I already know you're not choosing me, and I know you're gonna hug and kiss. Let me leave first, but like you making me stand there to see this. That hurts. But anyway, we move on to Mars. So, like I said, we're going with the outfits out of Chuck and Yannick's outfit. I'm gonna have to go with Chuck, okay? Because Yannick's outfit, I mean, like I said, it's nice. It's not terrible. But it's just giving, back in the day, wedding, groomsmen vibe or, prom vibes. Where I feel like Chuck's outfit was like modern and sleek. That's right up my alley. So I liked his attire better. And like I said, Mars, she's beautiful. Her outfit's beautiful. I wasn't really feeling the makeup. But, listen, the guy's gonna love her anyway. So when she's asking the guys if they have any last words to say, Chuck says his piece. And then Yannick, he pulls out a little journal, notebook, whatnot, telling her that, he knows he's not a man of many words or expresses himself the best, but he did write down every experience that they had together in his little journal notebook. So he gives it to Mars. And it don't even take her long because it goes to commercial for dramatic effect. And it comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. And she chooses Yannick. Like, she didn't even have to think about it. She was the only person that didn't have to take a break, walk away, whatever. I feel like she's very headstrong and she knows what she wants. She knows what she's going to do regardless. So, listen. All right, Yannick, you ready to roll with me? He said, yeah. And they rolling. They hugging and kissing. Chuck looked a little bit hurt. As far as Jamal, he'll be all right. Chuck looked a little bit hurt. But he's like, I'm just going to go back, deal with my daughter, see my daughter, hang out with my daughter. Good for you, Chuck. All right. Like I said, I didn't see what connection she had with Chuck to begin with, but I felt like he would have been the better option than Yannick because she did express that, her only thing with Yannick was what his friend done said. But I'm like, what doesn't matter what his friend said because you still chose him anyway. You know what I'm saying? But okay. Then lastly, we get to Paige, okay? So out of Justin and Isaac's outfit, I don't know who to choose here because while Justin's outfit could have been the deciding factor for me, it was just a little bit too unique for my tasting. So that's why it's like if I had to choose, I guess I would go with Isaac. But Isaac just looked very plain. He looked like a limo driver with his suit on. So that's why it's just like they both didn't really come to correct, but I guess, Isaac is a safer bet for outfit wise. Okay. So Paige comes out in a beautiful black dress with the slit open. I'm like, Paige, you're just a beautiful woman. Okay. And, I know in the beginning of the season, I'm like, what the hell does PSA mean? Because she has a necklace that says PSA. And when Chris got her the painting that said PSA, I was like, I don't understand what's PSA for. Then I realized it was her necklace. But then I didn't know what PSA stood for. It's for her initials. Okay. I know I'm slow. I finally figured it out literally the last episode because Justin said her full government, Paige, her middle name, and her last name. Okay, I don't know the middle name, last name. I didn't pay attention. I didn't write it down, so it's okay. So, anywho, she has the men say their final words. Chuck says his final words, and then Isaac says his final words. But him saying his final words, he said, "I'm ready to go with you to Atlanta." Pulls out the flight number, ticket, whatever he printed, and probably all the stuff, the confirmation number, the email, all that stuff. Showed her the documents, and she was very impressed. And I guess because of the fact that he done did something, he went above and beyond for her. She confused because, like I said, she was always going to choose Justin, but now that he did that, it's kind of like, whoa, hold up, now I need to think about what I want to do, if I want to stick with Justin or not. So she wanted to go think about it. She didn't cry like Tamara, but she wanted to go think about it, and then that's why she came back and went running to Justin and be like, look, I need you to say something to keep me, to make me feel safe, because I feel like in that moment she was just like, you know what? I was gonna pick you, but now that Isaac did this, that shows me he's very committed. So you need to come better. Show me how committed you are. So then that's when he's like, okay, look, I got something even better for you. So we could we could take a flight and never come back down, baby. Homeboy gets on one knee. Whatchamacallit, Paige is like, Justin, what are you doing? Why are you getting on one knee? Paige is a little dramatic, right? So then that's when, like I said, Justin gets on one knee and shows her the ring and proposes to her. And, she's crying or whatnot. She immediately says yes. She don't even have the chance to let Isaac know, look, buddy, you didn't win. Even though she was already going to let Isaac know that he didn't win. But, like, at that point, he proposed and she said yes. There's no point to even tell Isaac he didn't win. He knew he didn't win. Okay. And, I saw a little tear right here from Isaac. And I'm like, Isaac, it's gonna be okay. You're a very attractive man. I know you're gonna get some what's that word? When you break up with someone, or when someone breaks up with you and then you immediately hop on someone else, but it's like you're not staying with them, you just want to recover from your heartbreakage type of thing. What is it? Rebound puss. Okay, there we go. Isaac, whoever you was talking about when Paige initially asked you the question at the beginning of the season about if there's some girl waiting for you at home, and you said, oh, they're not going to be waiting, it's not going to matter if they coming home with you. Listen, that's the person you're going to go to get your little recovery puss. Or I just said the word and I already forgot what the word is. I'm terrible, guys. What is the word? I just said the word. Wow, I'm terrible. Anyway, I said the word, so you already know what I'm trying to say. So he going to get that puss. Rebound. There we go again. I don't know what's going on with my brain right now. My brain's all over the place. Anywho, he gonna get him some rebound puss. You'll be fine, Isaac. I'm not too worried about you because, you'll be fine. So, of course, Paige and Justin kissing, hugging, whatnot. Isaac finally walks away. I just don't understand. I mean, maybe it's the way the producers set it up, but for me, I'm like, the moment I already see that I'm not gonna be chosen, I'm gonna walk away. I don't need to see homeboy, homegirl, kissing, making out, doing all the stuff, and I don't need to see all that. I'm gonna walk away, okay? Because I'm already hurt and I'm already in my feelings. I'm walking away. I'm walking away. So after that, Justin picks her up. Kind of like when you pick up your lady to go in the house, how they used to do in tradition when they got married and whatnot. So he picks her up, and they meet up with the other couples that done made it: Tamara, Josiah, Mars, and Yannick. And, they pop some bubbly, make a toast to black love. And, they all look over the ring and stuff. And everybody's happy. And that's it. That's all. They just celebrate. And, like, at the end of the hall. And that's when the doors to the hall close. And that was the end of season 1. And unfortunately, we're not going to have a reunion. Because, honestly, what would you have a reunion about? Because it was a very fast show. Like, I feel like, on a day purpose, this show was like maybe 2 weeks. That's what it feels like. Like the span of this show was only 2 weeks, because that's how quick it felt going through these 8 weeks of the love experiment. Now, if there's a season 2, I'm definitely watching. I'm definitely going to be reviewing it. And, hopefully they choose more women to choose men, because, listen, let the females choose sometimes, because these men out here, clearly Kenny was on the wrong show. We're going back to Kenny real quick. He was definitely on the wrong show. But I like it. I love it. The love experiment. That's it. Like I said, the only person I felt like chose good was Tamara. As far as Mars, good luck. And Paige, like I said, we already knew he was going to choose Justin. So if you like it, I love it. If you like this video, though, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back next week, even though it's not going to be for the love experiment. It's going to be for another show, Married at First Sight. Okay. And hopefully I can make you laugh then. Hopefully you can subscribe then. And then be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.